Welcome to the Blacksite. Here, the law is just a suggestion, your life a mere experiment.
In the heart of Berlin, hidden in plain sight, lies a place known as Penal Psychiatry. But for those trapped within its walls, it is the Blacksite Berlin. This is not a hospital. This is a fortress of torment, a clandestine prison where the souls of the condemned are meticulously and brutally broken. The descent began not with a crime, but with a document. The buyer of the World Succession Deed 1400 refused to surrender his claim. The system, unable to defeat him legally, had to invent a new kind of justice. They fabricated a criminal act to force him into a secret forced guardianship. This was a twisted plan to coerce him into a lawsuit in his name, a legal battle that would legitimize their power and unleash Day X, a day that would challenge the very existence of all states. To break his will, he was shackled, hands and feet bound, and dragged to court. There, behind a pane of bulletproof glass, he was a captive audience to his own dehumanization. The core of their evil was forced medication. The buyer's supposed psychotic delusion was nothing more than his refusal to hand over the World Succession Deed 1400. A court order allowed for forced medication for a maximum of 6 weeks, but this was merely a veil for a much deeper crime. For over 4 years, the injections continued. Each injection was an illegal act of dangerous physical assault, a crime punishable by up to 10 years in prison. The cumulative prison sentence for this conspiracy of chemical warfare against one man amounts to over 450 years. A terrifying display of power where the oppressors are the lawbreakers. Their cruelty extended far beyond the needle. The buyer was subjected to a sinister game of cat and mouse. They secretly mixed psychotropic drugs into his clinic food. It started with small doses, then escalated to high concentrations, deliberately trying to provoke a reaction to label his claims as delusions of poisoning. The invisible assault continued in the isolation cell. A seemingly kind gesture, a hot cup of tea from a nurse, was a trap. Within half an hour he was fully sedated, but the gas, the slow poisoning, was even more insidious. He claimed that not only his food and drinks, but even the very air he breathed were poisoned. Each injection was an illegal act of dangerous physical assault, a crime punishable by up to 10 years in prison. The cumulative prison sentence for this conspiracy of chemical warfare against one man amounts to over 450 years. A terrifying display of power where the oppressors are the lawbreakers. To break a man, you must first strip him of his humanity. The buyer was placed in an isolation cell where he was forced to wear a humiliating knee-length smock adorned with printed smiley faces. For 4 months, he was trapped in this sensory-deprived chamber. With no clock and the lights permanently on, all sense of time vanished. Sleep became his only refuge from the waking nightmare. This was a deliberate act of psychological warfare designed to make him lose his grip on reality. The Blacksite Berlin is no mere local institution. It is a tentacle of a global conspiracy of facts, a secret prison where personnel operate at the behest of German, American and Russian interests. It is a model for how the system, when it cannot defeat you in court, will invent a crime, stage a breakdown and imprison you forever. The buyer's case is not an anomaly, it's a blueprint for a sinister new world order. This is the penal psychiatry, a place where freedom is a plastic spoon and justice is a poisoned syringe. And the truth, no matter how terrifying, will find a way out.